Okay, here is my audience. Okay, so my name is Haley McMullen. I'm doing my informative speech on medical marijuana and reasons that it should be legalized throughout more states than it is in the United States. I know that it's legalized in Colorado, but I think that it should be legalized throughout the entire country. I know a lot of my family members have cancer. One of my good friends has a physical disability. I know some people with mental illnesses, and watching them turn to marijuana or THC or cannabis, which is a substance in medical marijuana, and seeing the benefits that it has on them, the ease of depression, anxiety, helping them sleep, the cancer patients that are in my family, watching them not be up all night, being able to eat without vomiting. It's hard for me not to want to push the fact that it should be legalized. The main points that I'm going to be talking about, just like research, the fact that it is a lot safer than alcohol. It is safer than almost any prescription drug that you can buy or that is prescribed by a doctor. And if it was legalized throughout the country in every state, it would raise money for tax revenue, and it would help better our roads, our school systems, and just all of that. I'm going to start with known facts for legalizing marijuana in states is Colorado. Within the first 4 months that it was legalized in Colorado, over $10.1 million was raised in tax revenue to go to the schools, the roads, the communities. I got a lot of the information based off of the Colorado on the article that was on the internet. It is called 61% of Americans think that marijuana should be legalized. It was written by 3 authors, Backus, Kahana, and Salvantino in 2014. The demand to push marijuana to be legalized is stronger than ever because it is less dangerous than any other drug. It is being pushed so much that there are people who think that if you get caught with marijuana and you don't have your medical marijuana card or you're doing it illegally, they think that instead of a police officer turning you in for a crime, they should more so take you to a hospital for maybe diagnosing you with a medical issue, whether it be anxiety, sleep depression, any sort of mental illness, because a lot of the time when people do smoke marijuana, it's not so that they can go out and party, it's so that they can forget about the pain that they're feeling or the anxiety that they're experiencing. I'm sorry. In the article, It's Time for a New Approach, Grounded in Science, Compassion, Health, and Human Rights. It was written in 2017. That just goes on to talk about the benefits, statistics showing that there has never been a car accident, a death, nothing that would happen with alcohol-related substances as there is in medical marijuana. I understand that there's marijuana that is not medical. It might be laced where there are harmful effects, but there has never been to date issue with medical marijuana involving a crime, a car accident, a death, nothing like that. Like I said, there are benefits in the natural substance, not so much if you're buying it off the street. If you're getting it from a dispensary, then it's beneficial. If you're not getting it from a street, it's not. As stated by Renee in her article, Americans are more in favor of legalizing marijuana than not legalizing it. She gives facts as to why we should legalize it. She gives a few, but the main ones that stuck out to me was that there is a low risk of abuse. And she noted that since Colorado has legalized marijuana, statewide, their domestic violence, all-around violence has decreased 10.1%, and that number is raising very drastically. She also says that successful people such as Martha Stewart, Ted Turner, high successful people, they turn to medical marijuana and they have seen the benefits in it. And she says that it's a better sleep aid than any prescription drug that you could find. So, as you can see, I just think that marijuana is beneficial, especially if you know somebody with cancer, you know somebody who has any sort of disability, and you can see the way they benefit from taking marijuana instead of prescription drugs. I think that we would have a lot more people pushing the legalization, and that is why I do.